if I told you there are 3 compliments so powerful, so off limits, they can cause a woman to become completely obsessed with you? And no, I'm not talking about the overused "you're beautiful" or the typical "you have nice eyes." These go far beyond that. These are psychological triggers, specifically designed to ignite deep attraction. But be warned, use them with care, or you could end up creating a connection much stronger than you ever intended. Over the next 5 minutes, you're going to uncover 3 uncommon compliments that tap directly into a woman's deepest desires. Compliments that make her feel truly seen, deeply understood, and irresistibly drawn to you, like metal to a magnet. But before we dive into them, we need to clear up one dangerously common mistake that most men make when giving compliments to women. Here's the truth. A lot of guys believe that complimenting a woman is about inflating her ego. That's wrong. When delivered correctly, compliments should tap into her emotions, not just stroke her vanity. And that's where most men go wrong. Think about it. How often do women hear the same worn-out compliments? "You look amazing." "I love your smile." Sure, they sound nice, but they're instantly forgettable. Why? Because she's heard them 1,000 times before. But when you break that pattern and compliment something deeper, something even she may not consciously recognize in herself, that's when everything changes. That's when you become unforgettable. Now, let's unlock the first forbidden compliment. Get ready, because this one completely flips the usual approach to attraction on its head. Forbidden compliment number 1. There's something about the way you think. It's different. Why does this work? It's simple. It creates a sense of curiosity and mystery. You're not complimenting her physical appearance, you're acknowledging the way her mind works. Most women are constantly complimented on how they look, but when you highlight her mind, you instantly stand out. It makes her pause and wonder, what is it he sees in me that no one else does? That single question plants a seed in her mind, one she won't be able to ignore. This compliment plays on a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik effect, the tendency to remember thoughts or conversations that feel incomplete. So when you say, "There's something about the way you think," it's different, she's left curious, she'll want to know more. And just like that, she's thinking about you long after your conversation has ended. Ever seen a woman stop mid-sentence and ask, "Wait, what do you mean by that?" That's your cue. Don't give her the answer. Instead, smile and say, "I'll tell you later," then change the subject. The moment she leans in, craving more of your words, you've already won. You've effortlessly embedded yourself in her mind. But if you thought that was powerful, wait until you hear the second forbidden compliment, because this one taps directly into emotional addiction. Forbidden compliment number 2. You make people around you feel alive. Most men are quick to tell a woman she's attractive, but very few make her feel like she adds value to the world around her. This compliment speaks to her identity. It makes her feel important, not just for how she looks, but for the energy she radiates. It subtly says, "I notice something in you that most men overlook." So why does this one hit so hard? Because deep down, everyone fears being forgettable. This phrase silences that fear. It makes her crave your validation, not because she's needy, but because you've given her a glimpse of how impactful she can be. The psychology here is rooted in social mirroring, the idea that we form our sense of self based on how others perceive us. By telling her she brings life to others, you reinforce a vibrant, powerful self-image, one that she now instinctively associates with you. But there's even more. This phrase also ties into one of the most basic human needs, significance, a concept found in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. When you make her feel like a source of inspiration, she'll naturally seek more of that feeling and the person who gives it to her. Picture it. You say this to a woman and watch her light up. Then the next guy simply says, "You're hot." Who do you think she'll remember? Complimenting beauty is easy. Complimenting impact is rare, and rarity is magnetic. Here's the twist. This compliment goes beyond attraction. It makes her feel seen in a way that most women never experience. And when a woman feels truly seen, she never forgets the man who made her feel that way. Which brings us to the final compliment, the one that imprints your presence into her mind forever. Forbidden compliment number 3. I don't think you even realize how rare you are, and that's what fascinates me. This one is nuclear. It makes her stop, reflect, and question. It's powerful because it positions her as truly one of a kind. Here's why it works. Most women don't actually feel unique. They might feel attractive, intelligent, or engaging. But rare? That's something else entirely. This compliment triggers the scarcity bias, the psychological principle that we place more value on what's uncommon or hard to find. By telling her she's rare, you're indirectly challenging her to live up to that image. And she'll want to prove you right. It's also a pattern interrupt. When she hears this, she'll likely pause, look at you, and ask, "What makes you say that?" And that's when you know you've already won. These compliments hold serious power. But like fire, they must be used carefully. If you throw them around carelessly, you could end up with a woman who's overly attached, chasing your validation and unwilling to let go. But if you use them with intention, you become unforgettable. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.